How common is human trafficking in the US? Well, believe it or not, it's probably more common than you might imagine. In fact, 1.1 million people are estimated to be impacted by human trafficking crime on any day in 2024. But what communities are most vulnerable to the crime? In the US, it's believed that 90% of trafficking victims are actually females. And amongst those who are female and are experiencing human trafficking, in almost 90% of those circumstances, what they're experiencing is sex trafficking. That said, other groups are disproportionately vulnerable to human trafficking as well. Groups like immigrant communities, minority groups, gender minority groups, the indigenous communities here in the US. And so you might imagine that if you are an individual who falls into multiple of those categories, you would find yourself at an even higher increased risk of vulnerability. How do you spot human trafficking crime? Oftentimes, individuals who are being trafficked are actually being exploited by somebody in their known community, by a family member, by a friend, by someone who's not a stranger to them. They might begin to exhibit signs of distinct changes in their everyday rhythms. Maybe they used to be really sociable and now they're completely unplugged from that social life. There's so many various signs that you can become aware of to be better equipped to identify if human trafficking is taking place. And we're going to be sharing more of those with you throughout this month, which is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month here in the US. So stay with us and walk away from this month better equipped to fight human trafficking here in the US.